Hey Twisters, Li Balloon Guy here today. Halloween is fast approaching, and in that spirit, we're going to be making a tiny pumpkin balloon animal. I think you guys are really going to enjoy this one.
Dear Great Pumpkin, I'm looking forward to your arrival on Halloween night.
So if you guys are ready, go ahead and grab your balloons, stretch out those fingers, because we're going to start twisting now. So to twist our pumpkin, we're going to need between 2 and 3 balloons to get the job done. To start, we're going to blow up a green with about a 6 to 7 inch tail, and an orange with about a 4 to 5 inch tail on it. We're going to start with the green balloon, and we're going to make ourselves a 5-petal flower. Now, you could do this the way we do the regular flower and just make the 4 petals, but I think this looks a lot better, and it becomes really important when you start doing a lot of different bracelets. So to make our 5-petal flower, what you're going to do is you're going to bend down the balloon and you're going to make a very, very small loop. Like really small. So go ahead and wrap that around. Go ahead and twist off the loop. Tie the knot through the loop so it doesn't come undone. And as you can see, this loop is maybe about like 3 fingers wide and maybe about like 2 fingers long. So it's a very small loop. Now we're going to replicate this 4 more times. You're going to bring the balloon down, give it a squeeze. We want all our loops to be nice and soft, and you want to make sure you try and get these as close to the same as possible. So that's number 2. We'll twist off a 3rd one for number 3. We'll twist off a 4th one for number 4. And we'll twist off a 5th one for our 5th petal. Okay? So now you can see we've got a 5-petal flower with our loops all being just about the same size. This one came out a little bit smaller, but I think it's going to look okay. And we've got the rest of the balloon down here on the end. We're going to use the rest of this in a little while, so don't discard this yet. So now that we have our 5-petal flower, we're going to take our orange balloon and we're going to tie it into the loops of the 5-petal flower. And make sure you wrap it around nice and tight. We don't want this thing to come off while we're twisting it. Now that we've got our orange and our green locked together, go ahead and twist off maybe about a 4-inch bubble. And at the top of that, you're going to make a pretty small, maybe like a 1/2-inch bubble, and ear twist that off. And this is going to be the top of our pumpkin. Now for the rest of the pumpkin, we're really just going to be bringing it down and up 5 more times. So we want our bubbles to be about the same size. So go ahead and twist off about a 4-inch bubble, bring it down, and twist that through. Now bring it back up. We want about the same exact size bubble, and twist it around the ear twist. Okay. We're going to bring this back down. Again, wrapping it around the base, and twisting it all together. So now our pumpkin should be sort of a square form. What we're going to do is we're going to twist off 2 more bubbles, and we're sort of going to wrap it around, and that's going to give our pumpkin the sort of roundish rather than squarish shape. So go ahead and wrap up to the ear twist. And at this point, we're making these bubbles just a little bit longer. We're bringing it up to the ear twist, not the top of the bubbles. Go ahead and twist that around, and then we're going to bring this back down to the base, and like I said, we want this to be just a little bit longer. Okay? Now that we've got that, we can go ahead and get rid of the rest of our orange, so just break that off, and tie it off around the base of the flower. So now we've got a much more pumpkin-y shape, but I want to make it just a little bit more pumpkin, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 of the square bubbles, I'm going to open them up, and I'm going to push the bottom of our longer balloons into it, so it sort of looks like it's fed in. So it's one complete structure, and I'm going to do that on both sides. So now rather than having these bubbles kind of extended outwards, we're going to bring them in, and I feel it's going to give us a bit more of the shape that we're looking for. So the reason I said that you could use between 2 and 3 balloons for this sculpture is because we can use this as a wristband for a bracelet, which I think is going to be really cute. Or if we just wanted to hand this out, we could break this off and use the rest of this for the top of the pumpkin. But in this case, I'd like to show you guys what it looks like as a bracelet. So I'm going to use this as our wristband, and I'm going to use another balloon to do the top of the pumpkin. So grab yourself another green and inflate it. We really don't need a whole lot here. We're going to be doing a new twist that I haven't shown you guys before, so let me put this pumpkin down so it doesn't get in the way. This is what's called an apple twist. What we're going to do is we're going to take our finger, we're going to put it on the knot, and we're going to push into the balloon. And you want to try and go in as deep as you can for this one. Sometimes you can get away with certain sculptures where you're just going to twist off a little bit, but for this I want like a nice long curling top. So go ahead and take your finger, stick it into the recess of the nozzle, and you're going to push all the way in. Now this is going to be sort of a knack thing to get your finger out without breaking the balloon, like I just did. Go ahead and tie that off if you break the balloon, it doesn't really matter. Although now you can hear, we have the knot rolling around inside the balloon, that's kind of cool. So go ahead and take your knot, push it in, pinch it off inside the balloon, and worm your finger out of the balloon. This might be a little bit difficult. And then once you've got your knot inside the balloon, you can see it's sort of creating this weird curvy sculpture shape. Go ahead and twist that off. Now I'm going to level it with you guys. There is an easier way to get your finger out of the balloon. And that is to take your finger, put it in your mouth, and just get it a little wet so that it slides out. Yes, it is easier, but like I think I've covered at this point why you shouldn't be spitting on your balloons and handing it to people, especially with everything that's going on in the world right now. Just get used to getting your finger out of there through other methods. So now that we've got our little curvy top, we can go ahead and wrap it around our ear twist. And go ahead and break off the rest of the balloon. We really just needed this, this little tiny piece. Alright, so for me, I like to push the ear twist to the back of the balloon, so it's just kind of pushing this green part, the stem, up front, and kind of letting this kind of just, almost like a pumpkin comb over. So now we've got our pumpkin balloon. We're going to take the end of our flower base, and we're going to snap it off, or you can cut it off with scissors, or if you have a quick cutter on your apron, you can do that. And we're just going to let go of all the air. Now I want to take the very end and tie it into the flower base. So we've got like a loop, which becomes our wristlet for our pumpkin bracelet. Pretty cute, right? If you guys want to go the extra step, you can go ahead and draw a face on the front of the balloons like it's a jack-o'-lantern. If you're pressed for time, you can just do it this way. This is absolutely fine. But I think this is a pretty cool balloon. There's one more way that we can take this balloon up a notch, and that's to make it into a pumpkin wand. But before I go any further, I just want to remind you guys that if you're liking the video, if you love the content, go ahead and click the like button, the thumbs up down there, and subscribe to the channel. Oh my god, we're so close. We just hit 50 subscribers. I'm really excited. Once we hit 100 subscribers, I can get my own personalized URL, so it'll be youtube.com/LIBalloonGuy, and it'll make it so much easier to advertise this channel rather than just some random URL. With that out of the way, I can go ahead and show you the last thing. Blow up one last green balloon, just about all the way. We're going to inflate it pretty much all the way. Go ahead and find your middle by bending it over, squeezing to the top. Find your middle, and we're going to wrap this through the flower base. And go ahead and we're going to spiral these two balloons together. Obviously you could do a different color if you didn't want to do just green all the way around on this, but now you've got something you can hand out and the kids can wave around. Pretty cool. Alright guys, that's our video for today. I hope you guys had fun. This wasn't really a hard one. I wasn't trying to break your fingers on this twist. I did miss last week's video. I feel terrible about it. I'm gonna try and get out 2 videos this week, both of them Halloween themed, so go ahead and stay tuned because I've got a great week lined up for you guys. Otherwise, as always, I'm the Long Island Balloon Guy. I hope you guys have a great day and a happy Halloween.